It doesn't.
Hi everyone! Welcome to this episode of UmattR TV. My name's Emily. I'm from Bloomfield High School, and I'm here with a couple of my team members, and we're here to talk to you about our UmattR program and what we do as a team.
I'm Madison. I go to Aztec High School.
I'm Britney. I go to Navajo Prep.
I'm Maya, and I go to Farmington High School.
One thing I think is super important, for influencing your life and staying drug and alcohol free, is friends. Having good friends is super important. And actually, there's a verse in the Bible, and it says, "Bad company corrupts good character." And honestly, that is so true, because having bad friends really reflects on the person you are. I'm super lucky and I'm super grateful because my friends really understand how I choose my life to stay drug and alcohol free, and they love that about me, and I think that's super important. I think it's really important to choose friends like that, choose friends that really have the same morals and values that you do as a person.
I think the difference for me is I've found that my friends aren't the best for me anymore because we've grown up and we have different views, so I think also throughout your life you have to realize when it's time to find more friends that also support you. So.
Yeah, exactly. I think your friends change as you get older,
Right.
because I know when I went into middle school, it was pretty tough for me because all of my friends that I had been really close with in elementary school, suddenly they were kind of changing, and I wasn't really okay with the things that they were doing, and I knew that I didn't want to become that type of person, so I kind of distanced myself from them. But I think it's important when we change friends, we don't stop loving those people. We're always kind to them because we still want to be a good influence on them. We don't want them to not like us. We don't want to be rude to them just because we don't agree with what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's good you surround yourself with just good people and people you want to uplift you and do better, and it's really great to just surround yourself with those type of people that share the same things, just like Madison was saying. And I kind of shared the same experience with Maya about having friends, growing up with these certain friends, and it's just all right, you're kind of changing, and you're they just need to kind of grow up and think of things they're doing, and you just need to be that influence for them and just really take that step for them and be showing them, they don't have to live that life, There's just better things, there's better off without doing certain things, or just being a better person. I think that's really what it comes down to. Yeah. So, touching on the subject, I kind of want to talk about peer pressure. A lot of students and kids my age and kids even younger than us, they definitely struggle with peer pressure, especially in our generation now. And it's kids that are younger than us, they're facing peer pressure, kids around them, offering drugs, alcohol, and Juuls have been super popular, if you guys haven't noticed. And it's just kids nowadays are just, it's they're not afraid of it, and they don't understand the worries or the just the dangers behind it. And then I know I myself, am well educated in just being the dangers of it and just seeing the effects it has, not only on your friends but on your family members. It's pretty tough, and a lot of kids, and it's just they need to they just really realize, it's not something they need to do, and it's just they just need to kind of be better.
Yeah, I think I'm sure all of us have experienced peer pressure at least once in our life, whether it's drugs, alcohol, vaping, or even someone pressuring you to do something that you're not willing to do. I know people do that to me all the time. They peer pressure me into going against what I think is right. And I think that's a big part of surrounding yourself with good friends. You always need to surround yourself with good friends so that doesn't happen.
And it's so hard not to give into peer pressure either, because there was like, oh, come on, it's just one time, it's not going to affect you. But it really is. Like, and it's hard not to give in. It's so hard, especially when that's like the cool thing to do is like vaping and stuff. Like, it's so hard not to give in, but you just got to stay strong in like your morals and your values, and really know the person that you are.
Yeah, I think you really need to just really think about what decision you're about to be making by giving into peer pressure. Because something else we stand for is making good decisions. And the decisions that you make don't just affect you. They're going to affect your future self. They're going to affect everyone around you, all your friends, all your family, anyone who's looking up to you. It's not going to end. So you want to try to live your life as best as you can, and even if it seems like the only way to become popular or make friends is to give in to peer pressure right now, 5 years down the road it's going to be different, and you're going to wish that you wouldn't have made that decision.
Exactly, and a lot of opportunities are wasted because people give in to peer pressure, and it's just like, you know, you could say you can have this opportunity to do an amazing thing, like be part of UmattR, and you decide to do drugs and alcohol, and people see that in your community. It's just like you're not being a good example. And you also have to think about the people. You have no idea who you're being an example to. It could be someone you don't even know, and it's just like you need to be that example, even though nobody may be watching you, or probably are watching you, and you just don't even know. I know some experiences I had with peer pressure was with a lot of my older friends, and they were just like, you know, let's go to a party. Like, I'm just like, no, like, this is something, you know, I would never do. And I know that I have like younger siblings and just like friends that look up to me, and it's just, it doesn't look good as a person on me, and I don't think it would look good on anybody if they were like caught going out and having a party or like drinking alcohol. It's not right.
Along with peer pressure and having good friends, another subject that we definitely touch on in our group is drugs and alcohol, and the serious effects that it has on you when you're older, and the effects that it may have on you now when you're younger. And I don't think a lot of people realize that drugs and alcohol can do so much more damage than they actually think. Yeah, it might be fun for that couple hours that you're drunk or high on those drugs, but in reality your life could be totally changed and totally altered because of those. And I know from personal experience that I have kids that are in my grade that do drugs and alcohol, and their lives are just they might not be ruined. They could definitely change it around because they're still so young, but if they don't stop what they're doing now, their lives are going to be hooked on those addictions, which is what they are. And I definitely think they're a problem in our community and in the younger age groups, because they see all these older people that are showing that it's okay to do it, because I think it's become a lot more accepted in these day and age, with Durango and Colorado being so close. So I think it doesn't help that they might have older people around them showing that it's okay, when it really is damaging yourself, especially at a young age, because you don't develop all the way when you have those factors in your body.
Right, and I think it's become such a normal thing in our society, but really all of us and all of you watching, we can be an example to the older generation of living drug and alcohol free. They might look at us and say, hey, they're not making those decisions. So maybe I should think about what I'm doing and really think about like how this is impacting my health and those people around me, because it can lead to a lot of hurt in families, because when you're under the influence of drugs and alcohol, it really messes with your mind and your body, so you could really hurt other people around you.
It's really sad. I've seen like the effects of drugs and alcohol firsthand. And it, like Maya said, it really hurts a family and friends, and everyone around that person that's struggling is just, it's not a fun thing to go through or deal with. And I really wish that people could see that that drugs and alcohol isn't all that it seems to be, like fun, crazy, cool, whatever. It's not good, and I wish everybody could see that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I have some advice for people watching, maybe at home or wherever they're at. Like, maybe they should, as young as you are, maybe you should just, let an adult know. Maybe you're going through it yourself, and, maybe you have a family member who is dealing with drugs and alcohol, and you're in that same position where you're struggling, and you see it's not only hurting them, but it's hurting people around you, your family. And I feel like it's up to us, our younger generation, like all of us, part of UmattR, it's up to us, to educate those type of people who are in that same hole, and they're struggling and they're dealing with drugs and alcohol. Like, it's up to them to be like, hey, I don't like what you're doing. It's hurting me more than it's hurting you. Like, you may think it's not okay and it might not be affecting me, but it really is affecting me. And I just think if you open up to these type of people, I think sometimes, it'll change. It could really make a positive impact, and I truly believe that anybody who's watching this is going to take that advice, and maybe it'll help.
Yeah, for sure. So something else I want to talk about is the whole idea of teamwork. So all of us are on teams, so we definitely know how important teamwork is. There's a verse that says, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." And that's so true, because if you're in a group and you have different motives, you value different things, you want a different outcome, then you're not going to reach a common goal. Like on my dance team, if we all argued all the time and just pointed fingers at each other and just created a whole bunch of drama, or if we'll really simplify it and be like, what if half of the people wanted to do a certain move and half of the people didn't? As a whole, it wouldn't look good. So teams have to work together in order for something to work. Just like in your home, if you start something with somebody and you're not working together, you're not gonna be a great family.
Yeah, I know for sure on my volleyball team, we struggled in past years to have a strong leader, and I don't think it's always you need a strong leader. I think you need strong leaders. You need a team to build up the younger people and to be the role models for everybody else. And I definitely think that not only being a leader, but having leaders is what makes a team so much better, because you can all work together to make that a better situation.
For my soccer team, we all click really good together. We're all friends outside of school, in sports, everything. We all do the same sports, so we're really close. And whenever somebody gets hurt, it throws off our whole team, our whole
Vibe.
Yeah, our whole vibe. Every person on that team is needed to be successful, and that's how it is in real life. Everyone needs to put their part in, because everyone's good at something, and so everyone needs to put their part in to be successful as a team.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that, because if you really think about it, everybody shares a special role in the team, or else they wouldn't even be part of the team. Everybody has that key role, and without that person, it doesn't click. There's just something, missing, and it's just, a team doesn't get better or succeed well if, one person doesn't agree, or half of the team doesn't agree. A lot of my volleyball team at my school, we struggled with it a lot, especially with, having little groups of people, saying things and just not agreeing altogether. And it was just, it was really chaotic at first. And, we all decided, we wanted to share a common goal, which was to win. We wanted to win so badly, and whatever it took, what we had to do was work together. Put our differences aside and just, focus on that main goal we wanted.
Yeah, I'll add on to that real quick. Something you can think about is your body, for example. So your fingers have a different purpose than your legs. And if your toe gets jealous of your eyes because it can't see, Like, okay, you're jealous, but you have your own thing that you need to do. So each person has equal importance, but if they are so caught up in what the other person has, then they can't all work together to work as one.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for today's episode of UmattR TV. We've talked about having good friends, not giving into peer pressure, drugs and alcohol, and teamwork. And those are just some of the small points that we as a UmattR team focus on and try to raise awareness in our community about. So we would just like for everyone to keep what we've said in mind and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.